All right. Should be going now. Welcome back. I am going to work on a piece tonight that I started during October. I think I worked on it a few nights ago too. Worked on a redesign because it needed it. It needed the redesign. And as soon as I get confirmation on my sound check here, yep, there we go. And that is my mom talking. That is not me. That's my mom. Anyway, get my glove on here. I just put lotion on my hands because my hands are really dry. They always get dry this time of year. And it's like fall decided to just hit yesterday, and it's been rainy and gross outside and dry, and it's been a lot. It has been a lot. All right, now I have obviously done some work on this since the last time that I was on. Really had a lot of fun adding texture and stuff to the monster. I think he's looking really good, and I'm really happy with him right now. So now I just have to get the rest of everything else to match that green area. So like his eyes need work, his mouth, the chair, the dudes, the crown, everything. So that's what I'm going to work on tonight. And I think the first thing that I want to do, because when I was scrolled back here, this arm here gets lost in this green. So I think I want to adjust that color just a little bit. I think if I lighten it just a little bit, or if I maybe desaturate it a little bit, that it might work just a little bit better, and then there won't be that confusion between the two. So I'm going to work on that. I'm going to try that and see. Yeah, see, just that little bit pops it out just a tad bit more. But I think I'm going to also, there we go. Now I can go back to this, and then I can desaturate it a little bit more. That darkened it though. A bit lighter. See how that looks. I think that second blue is the way to go. I think that's the way to go. I mean, I could pull it more towards purple, because purple is a contrasting color. That might work. It's really important to stay zoomed out on your pieces so you're not, oh, you know what? I don't have chat up. Not that anyone said anything. Just me watching myself. Bring it up just a little bit and see. No. I like this purple better. Try that. I think that works. And I think once I change the multiply layer, that'll help even more because oops, forget to lock it. There we go. That makes it a little bit more cohesive to that purple. There. Yeah, now he doesn't get so lost. Because he was getting really lost, I think. The blue really complemented with or fit with the color palette really well, but see that's what it used to look like. And that's where it is now. And I think that pops that shoulder out from there just to, yeah. That makes it much more clear. Okay. So I'm going to keep working on these layers here. What I don't even know what this does. Noise. All the noise. Crackle. Let's see about. Oh, you know what? Let's try. Not that one though. No. Maybe. Nah. Try this. I think that'll give it just a little bit. Okay, so I need to bring it back up here to lighten it up. I want it actually this way. Nah. Let's keep it where I had it. I want the textures to match. I don't want the textures to be like out of the ordinary, like it doesn't match. I want it to look like it belongs. There. There we go. Just a little bit. Just enough to give that soft impression that there's a little bit more depth to this than make it look a little bit less flat. And go. This guy's really worried. He's very worried. This was supposed to be a quick and easy job, and he doesn't believe his buddy that it is going to be quick or easy. And he is right. He just doesn't know how right he is. Not yet, but he will. I am so excited to like DM a game and do this to my player. That's so cool. Because no one said mimics had to be treasure chests. No one said they had to be a treasure chest. And what better if you're the ruler of a kingdom or the big bad, what better way to protect your hard-won kingdom than to have a mimic guard the throne, literally and figuratively. It's so funny. Mimics are underutilized and not like they're always portrayed as treasure chests. This is a stereotype. This is an ugly stereotype of mimics. A boring, tired stereotype. Mimics. I want my players to be afraid to sit down. So, I'm looking for players who want to play Out of the Abyss. Don't worry, there's no thrones in Out of the Abyss, at least not as far as I've read. And DMs giving players trauma. Since I don't know, when did D&D come out? When was the first tabletop RPG? There we go. Perfect. All right, now I need a screen layer. Screen. This to fill in black. To brush, I need to pick up this yellow. Brighten it up. There we go. Right about there. Size that down a little bit more. There we go. Nope, that was bigger. I want it smaller. So I'm going to use that. Highlight the mouse that got lost in that dark color. Oops. Lost the mouse with this dark blue, and I want to bring it back using this screen. There we go. Let's see how that looks. Backed up. Whoop. Definitely glowing. Perfect. Everything is mimic. I think the players would catch on too quickly. And then you gotta be careful and follow the garlic rule. And the garlic rule is just enough, but not too much. Enough that they don't quite believe you when you say that there's not a mimic, but not too much that they're not surprised when you do catch them with a mimic. You don't want them to be comfortable or sure at any point in time that there is or is not a mimic. This is very important. Very, very important. Okay, this is my green. Yep. Cool. Oops. Beautiful. So beautiful. And yeah, that's true. It's just a little bit more yellow. Here, we don't want it to be too bright, but it's definitely glowing. It's definitely glowing and shining. There we go. Okay, and then I want to add, I want to see what this will look like. I want to kind of give this like illusion of moonlight. I'm not really sure because I'm using yellow for that crown reflection. So I'm going to have like, I think a pale purple would just, I mean, I already did a little bit of purple when I did the highlights, when I did my last layer, but I think just adding a little bit more, I think adding a little bit more glow to it will help. Like that. Make it look like there's, you know, light. Like there's a light source over here that's not the glow of the crown or anything. It's moonlight or whatever. That's what I want. Whether I achieve that or not is a totally different question. Nice and soft. Glow. I don't want anything too crazy because it's moonlight. Honestly, I want... Can't see my hand. Oh, it's so frustrating. I'm like, they can't see my hands. They can only see my cursor. I have to point at things with my cursor. Anyway, like I was saying, like I want this part or more like I'm dividing it this way. I want this bottom half here to be cooler colored, more purples, blues, stuff like that. And then I want this half to be more greens and yellows. Just to kind of like put that differentiation between the two sides and the characters. Like these guys are trying to be all stealthy and quiet, and their coloring and their their outfits are lending them more towards like not being seen, and then the mimics just over here like, yeah. I think that's what I'm going for here. So we'll see if I am successful in that. Man, that doesn't look right. I think I just want a little bit here. There we go. I'm really happy with how much, like, I can tell over the course of like October when I did the Inktober challenge, I can really tell a difference in my art from like beginning to end. Like I really feel like I improved a lot, and I'm really happy with that because digital art is not easy. It is decidedly not easy. It's deceptive. That it's deceptive. Okay. I think I'm good on glow for now. I want to add one more. I think I want to do an overlay under the screen, and I want it to be a little bit more. Oh, you know what I didn't do? I did not add this color to my palette layer. Very important, because if I need to come back, I need to be able to pick up this color. There we go. Okay, that has been added. Oof. Okay, let's see. What's the next thing to work on? Crimson. Ooh, the mouth. Fun. So I'm not a monster artist. Like I have not drawn monsters before, so this is new territory for me. We'll see what I come up with in here, but I really want to make this mouth look wet. More not moist. I want it to be wet. So later on, probably on a much later layer, I want to do like drips, drool coming off the teeth and stuff like that. And I have a lot of gross things I want to do with the teeth too. So hopefully I can make this a oops, that's the wrong color. Hopefully I can make this a pretty nasty looking monster. Like I said, I don't draw monsters. I draw cute, pretty girls. Not monsters. This is new territory for me. But I'm excited. I think it'll be fun to make a monster and have it be horrifying. Who are you? I'm your worst nightmare. That's such a good movie. Can't forget his beautiful eyes. Ooh. Do like that, but I don't want to do it that way. I want to do it this way. This way. Intriguing. We might come back to that. I need to get my main shadows in before I start turning and looking at details. Let's see. Let's do one of these. Is that right? Is that how that would be? No. It's not how that would be. That, and then like that. Little oops there. Maybe. Yes, that looks right. That looks right. Okay. All right. And then I'll just continue to do that. Oops. Oh, why? Hard to remember, like, which way to orient things. Oh, that looks wrong. Why does that look wrong? Maybe it would be better if I did that. No. Okay, so I think I need to start further down and go up like that. No, that's not the right. Again, getting that right direction. It just looks so wrong. Maybe it's because this one is wrong. I mean, I have no doubt that my other lines are wrong. Yeah, that's what it was. That line was wrong. And that's what's messing up this. Okay. All right, now that I got that in my head correctly, I think the other thing to do is going to be to add the buttons first. So the next button is gonna come down like this and be right here. And then there will be another one here. Yeah. Okay, and then we go up and up and down and down. That button is not there at all. Up. Yeah. Yeah, that works. Okay. On to things that are much easier to figure out because they're pretty simple. The stairs. Well, this is pretty easy because most of this is going to be in shadow, but I just have to follow what's already drawn out for me, and I don't have to worry about whether or not I'm doing it right because it's already drawn out for me. I just follow my own lines. As long as I do that, oops, as long as I do that, that'll be just fine. That there. Don't go on the tongue. Actually, I'm going to put that foot in first. And that will help me orientate that tentacle. So that's there. 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 So the current. Not quite. Not quite. A little bit better. There we go. I think that's better. Okay, and then this like here. This up here. Obvious there. And then that would actually be filled in. I think it would be more like that. There, and then this is going to have a precipitous drop. Perfect. Beautiful. There we go. Lovely, lovely. I think, yeah, his shadow's going this way. Don't know that we get much of a shadow there. Maybe a little bit. Okay. And then the tongue. The shadows on the tongue. Whoosh. Down that. Do, 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 do. I gotta remember to talk to myself. Net commentary on what I'm doing. Or find something to talk about besides the weather. Though I was watching a little bit yesterday, and they had some tornadoes down south. Tornadoes in November. Don't usually think about that. But here we are. Tornadoes, November. There we go. Okay, and then the next thing I need to think about is that these are going to have shadows too. Like that's going to be a shadow. And then I think most of this is going to be shaded and in shadow. There's more to think about back here because this is going to be like, it's going to be really dark here because this is all behind the monster. So I don't think I want too much that's going to be necessarily very bright back here. I think I want to really sharpen up these areas of light because they're going to be really, really small. Because there's not going to be a lot of light back here because it's behind the mimic. I think the only part here that I want to be indicating the button is like that. I think that's the, yeah. Yep. Turn the canvas. Do. I'm seeing all those artifacts I don't like. When I added my color, don't like that. And I can see all these little lines here that are not supposed to be there. They're little. Yeah, see, there's one down here too. I'm gonna have to go through and clean those up. I don't know. Maybe I need to change my settings on my colorized masks. Or maybe I just need to go back to manually coloring because I really don't like those artifacts being there. It's really frustrating, especially when you don't know, like, they're on their own layer. You can't find them. Like, and I guess, like, if I did manual coloring like that, that does have its own challenges and its own, like, problems and artifacts like that, but sometimes it's really frustrating to find those. And have to go back and clean them up later. It can be really difficult because because this isn't the size of the canvas, right? Like, this is not how big it is. Oh, well, I'll figure that out later. Do not need to worry about it quite yet. Just a little bit there. Yeah, I think that hints at that buttonness. I think I need to add that down here. There we go. Yep, now you can see them. They're not huge, but they're definitely there. I wish I had fun D&D stories to tell. I don't really. I haven't played D&D that much. And I have yet to play Shadow Dark. I'm really sad about that. But I just haven't had the opportunity yet. And we don't have our books in, and, like, all the opportunities that my husband has had to DM, I haven't been able to participate because somebody's got to watch the children. Besides, he's gotten to have some nice weekends to go and do things, which is good for him. I've gotten to do things, fun things. It's only fair that he gets to, too. Perfect. All right, so now I can add back in some of these shinier parts in here. Here. Yes. Yeah, I want that to go all the other way to the edge because you would not see because this part here is curled around, right? So like it goes around, and so like the tucked in part that's over here, you wouldn't see that on that side. So actually, not sure which way I want that to go. If I want that to be concave or convex. Let's see. Convex. So I think that means I want to do the same thing here and follow the same line. I think I want to go like this. Fix this to be more like that. Perfect. Okay. And just do a little square here. Nope, that's the wrong way. Square here. No, 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 no. And more like that. Maybe. See, that leans itself more to like the curve here, which would then, of course, follow the curve on the outside, this curve here. So maybe that does make more sense. I don't know. It's just kind of playing around with it until it looks right. Because if I look at it and it looks wrong, it's gonna look wrong to other people too. Like if I, who have been staring at this piece for hours on end, can say, "Oh, that looks wrong," then yeah, it's definitely wrong. Doop 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 doop. I think I want to come in just a little bit here. I want just a little bit here. So it's kind of tapering off as you come down the chair. Right? So it's like it's the shadows are taking over more the further down the chair you get. I think that quite looks right. No, I think it does. Let's do this. Let's go like this. And this kind of curve here. And I'm going to be spending like so much time on this chair, and everybody's going to be like, "Oh, be done with the chair already. It's just a chair." But it's not just a chair. This is the chair. This is a part of the monster. It's very important. At least I think it's very important, because if it doesn't look like a chair, then, or a chair that's turning into a monster, then it failed. Go a little bit more. I think I can go a little bit more like that. I want to give it that excuse me. I want to give it that that like wilted pattern kind of look and feel. Like those old smoking chairs. Maybe. I don't know. I think I need less here because it's behind the monster. I think less is more back here. I think, yes, I think less is more back here. And then just a little bit here, reinforcing that there. Do, 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 do. What? Yeah, yeah. Yes, yes. Beautiful. Let's add just a little bit more here. A little bit more. It's kind of like it's the top of it. Do, 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 do. Yes, beautiful. I like it. I like it a lot. A lot, a lot, a lot. Okay, so next thing that I want to do is I want to take this color, bring it down into the purple, deepen it up a bit, and add another multiply layer. Let's see if I can't, yes, do this. I'm probably going to play with the opacity of this layer, but this is going to be like my deep darks, because I want the inside of this mouse to be really deep and dark. I don't want to go black, but I do want it to be deep and dark. Really make that tongue pop out. You know what? Right here, I think, would be a good place to take down the opacity here and see about going like this. Look at that depth. Shoot, I had to let go. There's probably an easier way to do this. It doesn't require me to not pick up my pen. But I don't know how to do that yet, so I'm going to do it this way. Actually, I do know a way to do that. It's called the thing that I said I was going to do before, where I said I was going to play with the opacity. Ugh. Okay. Let's see if I can't try that again. Because I can add another layer and make the dark darks really dark. I can come back and do that later. Oops, that's a little bit too thick. Let's try this. Don't do what I do or what I say. That's the lesson here. Because I don't know what I'm doing either. What time is it? Oh, it's 9:30. What is today? Oh, okay. I'm using StreamYard, and StreamYard has time limits. I only get 20 hours a month. I don't have to stream using StreamYard, but it's really easy. And I have it all set up to do everything, so I'd like to continue to use StreamYard for all my streaming purposes. For the moment, maybe later I'll find something else. Although, actually, no. Rumble is coming out with their own version of like a StreamYard. So I'll be very interested to see that. And then maybe I'll be able to stream to Rumble. Because right now I can only send it to one source with StreamYard. And because I'm not paying for StreamYard. I'm not going to pay for StreamYard because I've had this art business for over a month, like 3 months, and I haven't made a single dime. I've only spent money on it. So I'm not going to pay for anything unless this actually takes off and actually starts like becoming a legitimate business. I mean, it is a legitimate business, but it's not like I haven't made any money yet. Right now, it's just a hobby. Right now, it's just, hey, come watch me do my hobbies. The day I make my first sale on Etsy is going to be, and I'm just going to celebrate. I'm going to be over the moon when I make my first Etsy sale. Like, I made an Etsy sale. And my relatives don't count. My friends and relatives don't count. Because they're friends and relatives. By the way, if you didn't know, I have an Etsy store. Go check it out. Buy stickers or something. I got stickers. I got mugs. I really like mugs. I collect mugs. So that was an easy thing to add. It was like, oh yes, I love having mugs. Why wouldn't I want mugs with my art on them? That sounds fabulous. So I do. I have a mug with my own art on it. Soon I'll have another mug with my own art on it. That one's not from my shop, though. That one is not from my shop. That one I made for another creator for their shop. Well, I made it as a meme, and then they asked for permission to put it in their shop, and I said yes. I'm very curious how sales of that have gone, because I'm just really curious to know if anyone's bought it. I mean, I would buy it, but I made it, so that's cheating. Do, 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 do. Do, do. Do, do. Figuring out the shadows on this chair is just as hard as figuring out the highlights. I think my plan with this chair is to follow the fake it till you make it plan. I'll just keep throwing shapes down until something looks like it is what I want it to look like. Oh man. Okay. Yep. There we go. But I think I succeeded. Actually, I think that looks really good. Now let's play with that opacity of this layer and see what I can come up with that I like. I think somewhere in here, just dark enough that you can tell there's another layer there, but not too dark. And then I just come in here. And I get dark. There we go. Beautiful. I think I might even not take this darkness quite past those teeth and keep just this back here, that next layer of dark. Yes, yes. All right, now to the eyes. To the eyes, to the eyes, to the eyes, because I was thinking about these eyes. Obviously, they need more work. The eyes are the windows to the soul, and this soul will take you to the pit of despair. Back down. There we go. To this layer. This layer is this color. Be a little bit more intentional with these shadows here. Really add a heavy shadow on top. Sometimes he gives me real Drop of the Hat vibes, especially with this nose. Oh, and I definitely gotta add just like a little bit of pink to the cheek, to like the under eyes, to make them look more like cheeky, like cheeks, and then to the tip of the nose. Just that little bit of pink. Just a little bit. Just a touch of pink. Really bring life to this monster. This horror. And I think that'll balance out the green better anyway. Because the green needs a little bit of balancing. When I drew this piece for Inktober, I did not anticipate spending as much time on it as I am right now. Like, I just kind of drew this as like a throwaway piece, but I really like it. And I don't want it to be a throwaway piece. I like it a lot, and I want it to be finished, because I think it's a fun drawing. It's got a lot of character. And changing it up from what I had before, like I was happy with, but I wasn't entirely happy with. And I think I really upped the monster quite a bit. And that really helped and made it something that I was much happier with than I initially was. So we'll see. We'll see. We shall see. We shall see. Okay. Just this. Go. Do, 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 do. Less is more. But more is more. I really want a lot to play off of when I come back with my highlights too. Okay, there we go. All right, and last layer of dark. Really come in with that dark. It's just ever so much darker. I think I want to do this. Yeah. I love it when a plan comes together. Let's take that down. Eyes are my favorite part of any character. That's why I started drawing in the in an anime style to begin with, because I like the eyes. Oh, perfect. Once I add the highlights in there, oh, that's gonna be so gross. Which is what I'm going for. Gross. Let's see. Okay, now we need. I need some tongue texture. I mean, this tongue needs to be nice and textured, because it's a tongue. It's a tongue, and I want the tongue textured. Ew, right now it's like goose pimply. Lots of little like varying sizes of bumps all over the tongue and taste buds. Because when it eats you, it's going to taste you. And if it doesn't have taste buds, how is this? Excuse me. Hiccup. Dang. If he doesn't have taste buds, how is he supposed to taste you? Like, I mean, come on. It's very important. Can't not give my monster taste buds. It would be a crime. Very much a crime. I'm pretty sure that Geneva would have something to say about it. It'd be like, you drew a mimic with a giant tongue and then didn't texture his tongue so that, you know, he could taste things. You just expected that obviously he was going to be able to taste things with his taste budless tongue. Oh, this is going to be such a pain. I can already tell. When I come back in to add the highlights to this tongue, I'm going to hate myself. I'm gonna be like, why? Why did you do this to me? Why did you decide you were going to add taste buds to this disgusting tongue? Art is pain. And here we go back again with the of my pen. Hear my pen groan. You know what? I'm going to enlarge that so that it does that a little bit less. But less heavy-handed with it, and hopefully that will help. This is coming out as much as I like the other side. I kind of have to go back and forth in which direction I'm looking at it, because it kind of helps me to like make things look a little bit more random. It's easy to become less random if you've got the same orientation on everything. It's a little bit more natural if you change how you're looking at things, things become a little bit less uniform. I say as I stick like 3 of them in a row, the exact same size. To do some more little ones. Do 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 do. Gross textured tongue. Oh, when I screen and when I back up from that tongue, ew, gross. Let's see. Kind of experimenting with this, trying to see whether or not I want to do anything of this sort on these stairs. Because I mean, everywhere is pretty, the monster is getting pretty textured. And so I don't know if maybe I should add something like that down here. I don't think I like that though. Maybe in the lighter color. Or not the lighter color, but the lighter frame, maybe. No, I don't like that either. Oops. Shoot. Forgot about that. The game of chicken. Who wins first? The end. Ah, no. There are too many to undo them all. I have to go back and manually erase them. Layers, 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 layers. Maybe. Stop. 56. It's down to 50, 55. Maybe like a chalk layer. Actually, looks pretty good. That works. That was easy. Now I just have to add an overlay. And let's see, this is the original color. Oh, that's right. I'm doing this. Yeah. There we go. Wow, that was incredibly easy. I don't think that texture. Oh, oops. Oops. Well, there's this. Don't want to do it on the tongue. Do need to resize though. Actually, I'll just do, not that, this one. Get it nice and cleaned up. Things that I thought I would talk about today. The texture of a mimic's tongue. Do need to do something about these shiny heads, because although I like that it's a little bit too like shiny, now that I've got all this texture over here, it's not doing it for me anymore. I have to play with that later. My goal right now is to find a good, oh, maybe I should just come in with this. Oops. Yes. Yes. Beautiful. Love it. That is a tongue. Gross. Let's do a bit more. Actually, I've got this yellow here. Let's turn this down here. Maybe a little bit more towards the pink. Yes, that's what I want. Yes, gives it that glowing kind of. Okay, then the eyes. Now for the eyes, I'm going to go back to this pen. Size it down a little bit. Not a lot, just a little bit. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. I'm going to take it down to 50%. To flick in these first flicks of color. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Nice glow. And I'll come back and do more like glow effects on these eyes later. But for now, this is where I'm going to start. What's that? All right, let's go back up. Yes. Now the eyes are tiny, but just that little bit of how much difference that makes. It's insane. I love little details. I love the little details, the little things that just make you go, ooh. I'm gonna try this. Obviously, I want texture here, but I don't want a ton, and I don't want to use something computer generated because then I'll get too many. It'll look too perfect. I think just adding these little highlights here. Because it is a, yeah, I think that's the way to go with these. Canvas is either 5 by 8. No, 8 by 8. It's square. So I think it's 8 by 8. My husband has come downstairs. Let us see what he desires. Most likely sustenance. He is hungry. Just a little bit there. A little bit here. It's amazing how these little details just make everything come together. I suppose I could try doing like a little bit of blending. I don't want to do too much. But I could blend this out a little bit, I guess. Then if it does turn out to be a bigger print than I intend, maybe that'll maybe not quite so much blending. Maybe a little bit less. I'm gonna like go with the blender. Hi, hon. Hey. How was Genshin? How was Genshin?
Well, it's fine. I am almost to the point where I can get my recipe.
Oh, good. You'll like that. So, what do you think?
Very nice.
I think he's coming along quite nicely. Except now he's got all this texture. I need to up the texture on these.
Yeah, they look a little.
They look flat. They look really flat right now.
I mean, we know where all the character is in this piece.
Mm-hmm. Indeed. But these guys do need some work.
And the crown.
Yeah, well, I haven't touched the crown yet.
Yeah.
I haven't gotten to the yellow. I've only gotten up to the red. I've still got, the crown, their faces, and the rest of these are all just artifacts.
Not gonna lie, the one in front there, he looks like he's about to pee himself.
Yeah, I mean, that is kind of the idea.
Hmm.
He's supposed to be terrified. Wouldn't you be terrified if you were going in and trying to steal the king's crown? I mean, that's a terrifying prospect. Isn't it?
Now, did the king replace his throne, or does the mimic tame like a tamed guard dog?
I like to think that the mimic is a tamed guard dog.
That poor mimic. I'm sure the king farts on him all day.
Well, I mean, but he gets to eat anyone who comes and anywhere near him.
That's true, except for the king.
Right. And who says it's like a king? Maybe it's like a lich. Or an evil king.
Well, based on the crown you have there, I'd say it's the Burger King.
Yeah, that is kind of the
which I believe is what you were going for before.
Yeah. I wasn't too concerned. This monster was not quite so
well defined.
Yeah. He was quite a bit different, if you remember.
I don't remember exactly, but I remember he was different.
I think I still have the original sketch down here somewhere.
There's another set for the My First Battle books, Battle Pokemon decks.
Oh.
There is, so we got Squirtle and Charmander.
Mm-hmm.
There's Bulbasaur and Pikachu.
Cool. Oh, and the teeth. Oh, yeah, here they are. I'm very excited to work on the teeth. The tongue.
That is really cool.
Yeah. Also, this is backwards. Technically, it goes this way. But I've been looking at it backwards the entire time that I've been working on it. It's like, let me just look at this backwards. Anyway, I need to be done because I've been going for an hour and a half and my time reset this month already. So,
but also remember what we were talking about. You can go longer than an hour, especially if you're going 5 days a week.
That's right.
Actually, even going 5 days a week, I think you could actually go over an hour every day, a little bit over an hour.
That's
not
true.
Half an hour, but
that's true. I just really got into it. I mean, I'm happy with how it's looking.
You got into it and you didn't go down a rabbit hole.
I didn't go down a rabbit hole.
Also, you've had a third viewer for a while.
I know. Hello, third viewer.
You're not a third wheel, we promise.
Because I'm trying, I think it counts me.
Yeah, because you have it open.
Because I have chat open. Yeah, so it's usually just you and me. But sometimes I get lucky and I get a third person.
Hi, Russian bot. They were nice enough to give you a thumbs up, though.
Oh, they did?
Yeah.
Oh, I have 3 likes. Yay!
I assume one of them is yourself.
Yes.
You gotta love yourself.
You do. I hate liking my own stream. I feel so stupid.
What's going to make you feel even stupider is if you count towards your own watch time. I got 10,000 hours of watch time. How much of that is your own? A third of it?
Most of it is just me. Just me talking to myself. Hey, YouTube is hard, okay? No, see, the most likely thing that's going to happen is I'm going to find out that my third viewer is like my mom.
And I called her a Russian bot.
You did. How dare you?
I know.
How dare you?
She doesn't talk. Hard to know who it is when they don't talk.
Is it just not different enough?
Are you on the right layer?
I thought I was.
Because that's usually the first thing to check.
I split the layer into a mask.
Do you want me to tell you my idea for your Arcanist third eye character?
Oh, sure. Let me open it up. What day was that?
I don't remember which one it was.
That wasn't the Arcanist.
No, because that was your duality.
It was the Wizard.
Was
No,
it the Wizard?
it wasn't the Wizard either.
Was it Mother?
No.
No, because it was earlier.
Pact. Priest? No, not Priest. Not Wizard. Oh, you know, some of them got put into a different folder accidentally.
Was that my bad?
I don't think so. I think some of them might be in my whips. No, not in whip, because it would be right here. Maybe finished? Yes. Oracle. That was the day. These ones all need to be moved.
So there was someone who was kind enough to go out and make spell cards for the base spell. For the game, for the spells from the base game.
Okay.
And my thought, as much as I appreciate all their hard work, where did my stuff go?
This one.
Yes. This one. I would like to use that to create the back of the card, to put on the back of the card, rather than, because these are not official. Otherwise, it would be the arcane eye on this and not
right, a skull.
Half a skull.
Yeah.
And I thought that would be a cool thing to have on there.
It could be. The only thing is printing costs or printing, because this is designed to be in color. Now, I could redraw it and make it just like a black and white. Then it...
Well, I don't know. Like, obviously, I would play around with it, like how I would play into this. But I don't, like, the printer I would go through for these, I don't think it matters if it's black and white or color.
Why?
Why not? Because that's just they charge the same regardless.
Oh, they don't charge more for color?
I don't think so.
Usually, maybe it's because I'm used to like way back when printing.
Or library printing.
Or library printing, that's true too. Anyway, okay, I'm going to close out.
Okay. Because
I need to finish up. Because we were just chatting about random things.
Sure.
All right. When's the next time I'm going to be able to stream? That's a good question. I could do it tomorrow. I come back tomorrow.
You're not going to be able to do it on Thursday, I think. I mean, you could. But...
Yeah, I don't want to do it on Thursday.
Yeah.
Friday for sure I could. Yeah, let's do.
Because you were wanting to shoot for like Monday, Wednesday, Friday, weren't you?
Yeah, I was wanting to do 3 days a week.
This was your makeup day.
Yeah.
Because we lost power.
Yeah. Okay, so thank you for watching me draw weird mimic things. He's coming along quite nicely, and I'm really happy about that. Definitely going to keep working on him. And I have, obviously, lots of other Inktober pieces to work on. Maybe by next year, Inktober, I'll have all the ones done that I started during Inktober this year. I do like having this, like, backup set of, like, all these ideas that I've put down.
Yeah.
It's nice to be able to go back to them and work on them again. And then, anyway. So I think tomorrow night I will come back and work some more on this. And yeah, go from there. So 8:30 Central Standard Time, Back. Why do people hate daylight savings time? I don't understand that. I don't mind daylight savings time. Everyone else on the planet seems to have problems.
Central time.
Oh, Central time. No, I think like right on the international date line. I think that's God's time because it's, you know, like the standard.
Yeah, but this is Central time. Everybody knows.
The world does not revolve around you.
When Jesus comes back, he's coming to Kansas City because that's where the Chiefs are.
No, he's coming back to Independence because that's where the Mormons said Jesus returned to.
Oh, is that where that's where the spiral slide is? He's just going to come down and go, wee! I want to go again.
Well, they do have a temple there.
That's in Independence, not St. Louis. Oh, wait, no, you said it.
Yeah, I said Independence.
I'm tired and I need to go to the bathroom. So
Independence, Missouri.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry. Yes. Anyway, so yeah, 8:30 Central Time tomorrow night. I'll be back to do more drawing and hopefully make this guy look like he's drooling. So, thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, do all the lame YouTuber things, and I will see you later. Bye.